There's always something I forget. There's always something I forget. Okay, I'll have to go back. Hold on. Okay, so okay, I got the stream. Oh no, what's happening? It's looping. No, what's happening? Oh, what is this echo going on? Okay, okay, I found it. So there's no tab open. Okay, woo! Close call, close call. That was gonna drive me insane. Let's just mute that. Okay, thank goodness. Well, great. I explained everything and nobody could hear me. Nice. No one could hear me. Well, if you could hear me, I was telling everyone that this is the second stream I've ever done on this channel for YouTube. It's been 10 years since I last tried streaming, so a little rusty. Please bear with any bugs and stuff going on. And I just pretty much wrote an entire expose, and no one heard a single word of it. Jeez. Well, at least you can hear me now. I did read all of your chats. I did read each one of them. So, hello, Mr. 77. Hello, Marlon. Hello, Jax. Welcome. I'm glad you could watch from work. I hope Marlon's enjoying the pizza. And here we are. I still think for some reason, when I'm streaming, my voice sounds really squeaky when I'm streaming. I don't know why. I do recordings and it sounds fine. Then I listen to the stream and I'm real squeaky, so that's something I have to figure out. So bear with the squeakiness. It's a little more squeaky than it should be. Hi Val. Hi Jax. I completely understood the explanation. Yes, yes, the silence was the explanation indeed. So good to have you all here. Hello. I'm glad you could join in for our little game interview. Is it an interview? Are we interviewing the game right now? I don't know. Well, can't really see him too well right now, but I was also talking about the zombies kind of do this, like, they, when they're idling, they crouch and lay down on their face, and I was referring to that being, a reference to, like, The Last of Us, where the mushroom zombies, when they are inactive, they kind of just go into, like, a fetal position, they just kind of lay around. I wonder if that's the reason why the zombies lay down when they're idling. But I think they need to slow down the animation because it looks janky. I talked about that. I also talked about the train being overly loud. I can't even hear myself talk when the train goes by. It's me, the Malone you talked to over Discord a couple weeks ago. Marlon? I'm gonna say Melon because you got the M and L there, so I think Melon. Marlon, Marlon. Well, good. Glad to have you here, Marlon. I'm glad to have all of you here. It's so good. All my favorite Discord peeps. My peeps. Need to drink some water real quick. Okay, there we go. That's much better. So, Vane, what are your qualifications? What does Vane qualify for? Well, it's not just the needle in your arm. It's the experience of the needle arm, I'd say. Uh, Basically, this game here, Vane, is probably one of the best survival games in the zombie kind of atmosphere that I've seen in ever. It's basically ever. Um, Everybody's comparing this game to Project Zomboid, and I think that's pretty fair. Because looking at the gameplay itself, Project Zomboid is basically the blueprint that this game follows, like almost to a T. I'm pretty sure they looked at Zomboid and just went, "Yeah, we'll add everything Zomboid has. We'll put it in this game." And for the most part, that is here currently. It is early access, alpha, whatever you call it. It just came out. They had to put it out early for funding, I believe. But It's really good. There's a lot of detail in here. It's only 2 developers working on the game, and they have done a phenomenal job. And their future predictions on the roadmap they've shared, they've been following that very closely. They've been putting those all out in a timely manner. I've been watching it this past year, and the developers seem to really have the heart and I want to say passion, but let's say they have the tenacity to actually like accomplish things. So they are doing a good job with that. And this game, in its earliest state on the Steam page, has more content in it than other games I've been out for years that try to do like the whole survival-esque thing. So I think it's gonna go far. Let's see what chat has to say. I hit the back of my knee with a steel plate at work today. It hurt and it still hurts. That would be that would be very painful. I hope that heals up a bit. If you ever like bump your knees on anything, it hurts a lot. I'm constantly bumping my knees on like the edge of a table or like a shelf. Oh, that's painful. In ever, says M77, Mr. 77. Yes. One of the most detailed games ever released. And the zombie survival genre, let's say. Another thing you couldn't hear me explain before is since my recorded screen on OBS is smaller to fit a more normal like aspect ratio for viewers like you who are watching, my actual monitor is much larger than what you see on screen. So the UI is not adjustable in this game yet. Hopefully that it will be at some point. Every time the train goes by, I can't even hear myself talk anymore. I just hear the train. So there's UI on like my far right side, and there's UI on the far left. I can't show it on screen. There's no way to adjust the UI to do that that I know of or can see. Maybe I can dig around in text files. All the games in like hard code text files you can adjust. And I'm going to do my best to describe what I'm looking at like off screen that you can't see and kind of go from there. But our goal for the start of the stream is to show you this train that keeps going by. I've watched some other YouTube videos, I've talked to some people, no one has really shown it yet other than like a couple of little quick like snippets. But apparently, even though the train mechanics and stuff is coming like far down the line, the devs have already added a train into the game. So there's a train in the game already. And apparently on front of the train there's a switch, and on the switch we can control it, so we're going to try that out. And that's available in the sandbox mode. Sounds like whenever you hit your shin on a hitch. True, true. I've done that with a ball hitch on a trailer before. That was the most incredibly painful thing I've ever bumped my knee on. Vein, more like train. Yeah, vein train, train vein, something like that. Okay, so we're going to go here into the sandbox mode. I worked on a character earlier, so let me grab that real quick. I'll just paste them in. So I'm not going to describe the whole character editor, but I'll click through some stuff so you guys can see it, because I've already started a save outside the sandbox in a regular game that's in a pretty good starting position. I spawned next to the prison, and it's been like all positive. Spawning next to the prison. I'm trying to get into the prison. That's the big goal at the moment, because we'll make the prison our base. Which, for me, I used to work in prison, so it's kind of familiar territory for me. Let's see, I need to find a file here. Main characters. Ah, here we go. Okay. If you save your character data, it gives you just a straight, like, code you can copy and paste. And I'll paste that in here in a second. So on the left side of the screen, it says new character. You can select male, neutral, or female. So you got all 3 options that you could want. And there's also a randomized name button that you can't see, but I'm clicking on it. I won't go through the full tutorial, but I'll just show you guys some basics here. Just playing gold mining sim in the background. Oh, get some lucky gold, perhaps. Perhaps indeed. Okay, so you get all kinds of different settings here. We'll of course do a female, but you also got the other characters. This guy really looks like the alpha vampire guy from I Am Legend at the very end. Like, it has that same jaw and look. So anyway, there's a bunch of presets. You can go to any of the characters, also adjust their saturation levels. So if you want them more colorful or less colorful, you can do all kinds of things. So that's pretty cool. The music's a bit random, so we'll have to work around it. They need to work on the audio a little bit more. You can also go to randomize for your face. There's a button for that. So you can click that a bunch of times. There's also a body if you want to just be a chonker. You can be chonky. You can also be old. Can I zoom in more? Guess that's good as on there. So you can adjust all this kind of different values. If you really want to make yourself like a, let's say like a troll character, I'd say, let's just go to all the different individual settings. This is just on the nose. And we'll max out the nose. Looks like Mr. Magoo. Already. I've only changed a few values. Let's keep going up. Boom, 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 boom. I have not maxed out all the values yet. I have no idea what this will look like. I had to click each one. I can't just click on one and just go. We're getting there. We're getting there. So you have basically a really high quality body morph and a facial like clay molding system in the game already, and this is already better than 30 times like other games that they typically have. At best to get like a couple basic things, and this already excels past that. So it's a game that's already focused on details, and that's really telling them what the devs want to do and where they're at and what it's going to be. I wasn't looking at the character at all. I was just looking at the far left at all the menus. So got the little reveal there. There you go. If you max out all the settings, that's what your character turns out to be. Just like me, for real old and chunky. Oh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there myself. So you could make a character like this if you wanted to. And clothes will like morph around your body shape too. That's what I've seen from some of the videos. And make my Arcchara. Ooh. Probably could make some kind of strange mythical creature. Okay, we gotta see what... I gotta show what the hairstyles are. So we do have some various hairs. This is a beard. Oh my goodness. Cheeks more than beard. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I gotta have the mustache. The mustache just... That's the look right there. Alright, we have some other hairs. The hairs are pretty basic. This is the only style I particularly like for my female characters. Most of these are just like guy hairs, I'd say. A very serious sir whose hair sits above his head. That's great. Oh, that one's speaking to me a bit. Real tall hair. Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, this music goes way too quick. It's short and just ends abruptly. Big and lush. So good. Okay. You also have like various hair color. These are very bright colors, and you got more normalized colors at the far left side. And even though there's not an option to really like fine-tune the hair colors, you can take the character text file gives you, you can edit the colors down to what you want. So Like, look at the blonde here, how bright the blonde is. I've went ahead in my character and I've toned down the brightness and it looks way better. Alright, so I'm going to paste in my character now. Now, just keep in mind how bright this blonde is, and I'll show you what my character looks like. So it's still bright, but it's not like super glowy bright. And I spent probably about an hour in this character, I'd say. My first character I did was way better. I didn't save her, and that was a regret. So this is my second character attempt. And let me tab out again. And I want to show you the pink hair version I made for her, because the pink hair looked really good. And this is like a very light pink color, which I thought was like perfect. If you got your hair dyed at the salon, this is kind of pink you would probably get out of it. So it looks super good. Anyway, enough about the character creation. Let me just select a couple random things here. Oh, fine. I guess we should talk about it. Hello, Toxic. Welcome. We just started the stream up, so you haven't missed anything. We're about to play at the Choo Choo. Or try to play at the Choo Choo. So if you're in the character creator, this is the stats screen to get plus 25 of a particular skill. And as you can see, as a nice little prop system, on the table there, it shows various items to the things that I'm clicking. So it's a nice little like display. And this is supposed to be like a ski mask, but it looks more like a glove, I think. So this is pretty cool. And I'll just select something random here. I'm sorry I can't show you what the stats actually are. They are off screen, so I'm doing my best to vocally describe what we're looking at. And again, if you want to change your own hair color in the character editor, you have to paste the character information into a text file, adjust the color values manually, and you can have any color you want, basically. So in occupations here, like if I select athlete, you kind of get this cool little like background item stuff that revolves around being an athlete. This is the banker, you know, a chef. There's a few of these. I'll read each one of these because they're just really cool. I like seeing the little set pieces. You don't start with all the different items in the house, which is a little unfortunate. It'd be kind of cool if you spawned in and like this would be stuff for like around the house, but you do get some similar items. You do get some of it. Like the clothes, you have the clothes, and maybe some items like maybe the cleaver or the cast iron pan. The cast iron pan's a really good weapon, by the way. What's this game? Says Toxic. This is Vane. It is a zombie apocalypse, you know, survival game. It just came out. The devs have been working on it for a few years, 2 devs, and they just came out with it, so we're giving it a try. It looks really promising. I've played Zomboid, Project Zomboid, for 6,000 hours for, I don't know, it's like 2017, 2016. And this is probably the best version of another game trying to do what Zomboid is doing. So, hats off to the devs. They've done really well for how early the game is, so I have high hopes for it. You missed Phil's long and comprehensive introduction to the game at the start, but that's fine, you'll catch up. Don't worry, Toxic. I've already done the intro 2 times now. What's another 10 times? No worries at all. Is this roleplay sim or what gen? Wasn't game in demo last year? Oh, that's a good point, Toxic. The game is still in demo. You can go play the demo on the Steam page today if you want. They keep the demo up to current build standards, so it's a similar experience. And the demo also has multiplayer included into it, so if you want to play with your friends, you can go to multiplayer and just play in the demo. But really, just buy the game. I think these guys deserve the funding, quite honestly, and they don't look like the kind of devs that'll just walk out after a few months. They're really putting the effort in, so I think it's a good buy for 20 bucks. I'm good 90% sure it's going to be a good long-term game. It's showing all the signs that by the end of the stream, be a pro, explain the game. Yes, yes, probably. Oh, I guess I should prepare some notes next time. Some summary notes. Yeah, I tried demo last year, so it was confusing looking now. Yeah, same here. I tried the demo early on, and I thought it was okay. It seemed very basic. From what I played then, from late last year to now, it's kind of in a similar state. Like the vehicles and some of the movement still kind of feels clunky, but it's a lot more refined. And the biggest thing is, it performs way better. Like your FPS just way higher. I'm getting 120 FPS, and that's just because I have it capped, and it typically hovers around 100 FPS for me. So it runs pretty smooth, unlike a lot of other modern games, let alone some small two-person dev team. Okay, so back to occupations here. This is the chef stuff. If you want to select the chef role, I do love these pants. I might have to steal some chef pants. This is a college student. So you get like the pizza box, the laptop soda, little TV, little funny painting. Here's a conspiracy theorist. All the newspapers on the floor. You know, you got the notes, sticky notes on the cork board. Got the whiteboard over here. Laptop. This is so good. Like, these are very entertaining. Whoever made the occupations did a phenomenal job. I hope to see like more stuff with this. This is a construction worker. It looks like you get a barricaded door, maybe? You also get some wood, a little hat, energy drink, some nicotine items. Here's a courier. You get little boxes for delivering your packages. We got little things around. I wonder if you get more packages when you start, because when you start, you usually get 1 or 2 packages. This is a crafts person. So we got toolboxes. Looks like a whole tool shed back here. And maybe some kind of custom weapon, I think. I'm not sure what that is. I see a scissors, but it looks like a boat oar, maybe. Oh, Ashy's here. Hello, Ashy. Welcome. Good to see you. College student needs to drink water. Everyone knows college students thrive on the soda, the caffeine, and caffeination. Especially the energy drinks. Courier's taking the packages home instead of delivering them. Right? Right? Like, why does the courier have all the boxes at their house? What's wrong with this? They unloaded the truck into their house. This is a demolition driver. I have not played with this one yet, but it looks promising. I really wonder if you get the helmet. The helmet's cool. It's also cool the helmet's in game. I got to try to find one. Got some gloves. Don't know if you get these items. I haven't started with it. But gloves pretty big. Gloves will help you avoid taking damage when you hotwire. There's also a car in the background. You don't get the car. Maybe in the future you get the car, because I've started with the police officer rule and didn't get a police car. Kind of hard to show, but yeah, like the car appears outside in the driveway. I just love that. All these little details. Like, this was the best part about the game. I just spent a long time looking at all the little things in the room they set up. Here's the doctor. You get this massive trauma kit. I mean, oh my goodness. You can put a body in that trauma kit. Little setup with the scrubs. Got the gurney. Here's a drug dealer. Got a little tab with your various chemicals and a tub. A tab, I meant to say a tub. A little gas mask, oxygen mask maybe, knife, barrels, water. A very leathery type of purse, perhaps. There's an electrician. It looks like some testing equipment. Little accessories, toolbox here, and vending machine, microwave. There's a zillion little items in the game that make it so cool. Like they just walked around and added like every possible little knickknack into the game. This is a farmer. I thought it was a gardener. It's a farmer. I wonder if there's some questionable things back here with the farmer. Those look like mysteriously, strangely shaped green leaves. Set up for surgery in their house, also sus. Off the books, doctor. Could be, could be. Undercover, doctor for the mob. Here's a firefighter. Get your axe, firefighting gear, fire extinguisher. This is a game developer, which is pretty funny. The Ramjet Studios. Got some paint, some shapes. You just keep basic shapes, so it's supposed to be 3D, okay. Little chessboard. A ton of screens. Oh, I would love to set that up. If we could find some, like little game, desktop monitors, I'd love to set that up. I have not seen any of these in game, though. That'd be cool. Make a little, like, gaming setup here in inside the game itself. Add that to my bucket list. That sounds really fun. This is a janitor. He brings her cleaning work at home. The Windsor glass cleanser. Sterile. Sterile. Sterile would be a better word. Maybe it is sterile. I bet that is sterile. And Jiffy cleaner. A little Jif for your laundry. Unfinished assets. Possibly unfinished assets, yes. For the game developer. This is a laborer. Looks like you get your official clipboard, your handy dandy wrench, and your... Oh my goodness. I just got the reference. Good job, game devs. It's funny. This is your Bob the Builder. This is your Bob the Builder build. Got your little helmet, got your clipboard, your tool. That's great. Here's the mechanic. Get a bunch of little items around. Little trolley in the back. Auto repair. Banner. Some like parts. Maybe a full ATV there. Again, you don't get all this stuff. It's just kind of like a background like setup. I hope eventually you do get spawned the stuff you see, which would be real cool. Yes, you can! You can build it! So true, Jax. This is a musician. You can play some of the instruments. I don't think you can play the trumpet or the guitar. I tried the guitar and it's just a beat something with, so you can't really play it. You can't play the piano. I've not found the not violin, harp? Is it a harp? I've not found a harp yet, so I don't know if that works. I haven't found the drums yet either. So this is what the musician starts with. I've got to look for these items because I do want to play around with them. Here's a park ranger. Get some gurneys, your little camping gas lamp. Get a kayak that doesn't work in the game yet, but they plan to have boats. That's a ranger. I think the ranger needs some ranger clothes. Definitely needs some ranger clothes. Can we fix it? No, we can't. Give it up, give it up. Here's the police officer. And I did start with this one. I did not get any body armor. It says you get a gun, but I only started with the ammo for the gun. I didn't get the gun itself. You did get the clothes. And you see the police car in the back, you don't get the police car. I was sad about that. I was hyped. But it's pretty easy to find one, so it wasn't a big deal. This is a politician. Get a little microphone, clipboard. And like a little globe for global power. Alright, I like it. Little cowboy hat. Probably the best dressed character out of them all. Here's a religious leader. Looks like they're basic clothes. Got big text, some candles. These candles are really great because they last a long time. You can stick candles on like anything for like infinite light. No, we can't. That's where it all started. That's where the darkness of my heart grew from. True. Slowly but surely over the years, the no we can't just got louder and louder and louder. Eventually, you just don't do anymore. You just don't do. Alright, that was a religious leader. This is the the salesperson. Oh, I've not talked all day, so I got a little gunk. Gunk going on that I have to clear out. My goodness. Thankfully, I can turn off the mic and cough when I need to. This is a salesperson. Looks like somebody that works at Walmart, I'd say. Got your little... What is this? Cargo? GRQO? GRQD? Anyway, got a little like hot dog maker there. Toilet paper. Little sales stand. I used to work at Walmart, so this all looks familiar to me. This is the teacher. Teacher gets some pretty cool stuff. Got your organized little books, pencils, a nice apple, classic. A little skeleton. And little like a aquarium or something. Maybe there's like a lizard. I'll have to see if we can find one of these. I want to see if I can keep one. Here's the thief. I did take this character for my build, so this is what I selected for mine. This character helps with lockpicking, and you start off with some money. You can make lockpicks off the bat, and you're better at sneaking. So, very good character. This is probably one of the best in Vayne right now, because lockpicking is a really hard skill to level up. And most of the content that you find in the game is behind a locked door, so very important. So you get the little ATM, little CRTV screens here from the 90s, but it's a game not based in the 90s, so it's kind of like the 90s, but current era mixed in, I guess. Little cash register, nice fancy couch. Gotta have the fancy couch. The thief took the whole register. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. It's like, I don't need to break it open now. I can just break it open later. Kind of like a real burglar. It's easier just to take the whole thing than to actually open it. This is called unemployed. You just get the Rubik's Cube. It's very true. You just play with your Rubik's Cube. That's funny. Yeah, there's like nothing in the house. Just a Rubik's Cube. Unprepared. You get a gravestone because you're going to die, a clipboard, and some flowers. It's great. And here's your classic American veteran with the Hawaiian shirt. Get a cool bed, a flag, another flag, a shotgun, some ammo. That's pretty cool. I do have a Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Cubes are pretty awesome. I want a Rubik's Cube. J-Ray's here! J-Ray's arrived in the second stream I've ever done. Yay! Today is a achievement, I'd say. The trailer for this game gave me Project Zomboid vibes. True facts? Project Zomboid. Does this game resemble Project Zomboid? I would say yes. I would say yes. As someone with 6,000 hours of Project Zomboid, I will tell you this game is basically a 3D version of Project Zomboid, but more basic right now until they get mods and more content out. But it's already in a good state, I'd say. Yes. What's a kilometer? What's a kilometer? This is Merker. Merker. Alright, so yeah, that's all the different little settings. Or, excuse me, occupations. And now we can finally move on to the train. Hopefully. So this is sandbox mode, just to kind of play around, and I wanted to describe all the different occupations to show you the screens that are really cool. We'll do a quick click back though for those that weren't here earlier. This is the occupations that you get for each character setting that you click on, and they all have their own little backdrops, items, kind of represent what the occupation is. So I'll just click through these real quick so you can see what they are. Of course, you can't really see them off screen because the UI is not adjustable, so you get to just see what the room looks like. That's really cool. That was a nice little touch for the devs here. Okay, let's spawn at the farm. This is the farm. And basically this is how every start in the game is going to be for you. You'll spawn either downstairs or upstairs in a room in a house very similar to this one. And yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in the house they've set up. Before I get too far, the flashlight is actually your cell phone that I can't even... Okay, geez. Okay. Well, I would show you the cell phone in my pocket, but it doesn't show on the screen because it's too far out of the screen. Nice. Anyway, your cell phone is your watch. It is your date as well, so you know the time and date. And it is also your flashlight. You can find other flashlights, so it's just a starting off item. And your cell phone can get damaged if you get it wet or too wet, like you try to go swimming or it's like really heavy rain. And you gotta be careful and protected a bit, because if you lose your flashlight when it's nighttime, you won't be able to see anything at all. So yeah, you'll start in a house just like this one, give or take some variants, and you can almost move everything in the house, to be quite honest. Like if I want to move this table here, I can just select this and we can move it there, just like that. Or if I want to go over here and move this random little cat fixture, which is really cool. Looks like I can't really place the cat fixture up there, but I can move it down here, at least. Can I place this up here? No. Okay. Anyway, you can move all these objects around, essentially, which is so cool. Like, nothing is, like, fixed where it is. Get yourself a bathroom. This is one of the coolest parts of the game. I don't know if I can show it to you. Let's see. Oh, power is on. Okay, I can't show it to you. Sometimes the power substation nearby is turned off, so you don't get any power in the neighborhood till you go there and turn it on. Normally I make the zombies turn to sprinters at night in Zomboid. I don't think I'd do that in this game. In the future, I think it would be good. Right now, there are sprinters by default, which you can adjust if you want more or less, or how fast they go, so it's not too bad. They're very quiet, unfortunately. But yeah, I would love to have like a nighttime setting to where they sprint at night. I think that'd be really cool. They don't have it in this game yet, but in the future, hopefully. But I do the same thing as Zomboid, nighttime sprinters. That's really good. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Sometimes, if you spawn with the power turned on for like a month, a week, or whatever, the substation that goes to the power plant will be off in your neighborhood, and you gotta turn that on to get power to the nearby neighborhood and buildings like your house. And once you have power at your house, like right now, you gotta go to the fuse box and turn your fuse box on and off to turn power onto the house. And each room has its own flashlight, or light switch, not a flashlight. That's one of the cool details about the game that gives me hope. Like that system alone is very complicated, and they plan to expand on this down the line where you have to maintain these things and branch them out further. Toxic was AFK and I'm still explaining stuff. Yes, there'll be a lot of explaining in this game, otherwise the context will be missing. They can't really use the toilet yet, unfortunately, so that is a staple in Zomboid. I can't drink from the toilet. So that is something we're missing out on. Oh! Wow, I just discovered something new! I didn't I didn't know that. Okay. You gotta open the seat to drink from the toilet. There you go. I drank some liquid. I did it. I could wash myself in the toilet too? Got that? Oh, that's how does it smell? There's nothing to smell. Okay. In later games, once the water goes bad, you have to smell the water first to make sure it's actually water. And some bottles that look like water are like not water. You drank, but at what cost? No cost at all. It was perfectly clean the whole time. I smelled it. It passed the smell check. So in the future, when the water's off, you know, winter's here and stuff, all the water, it's usually gone bad for the most part, so you gotta smell it first before you drink it. There's nothing to smell, so all good there. And a real cool like early game tip is, I learned this from someone else, which is a fantastic idea, is to in your starting area, wherever you're going to be or just traveling around, fill up the sink with water. And that will be a water source for you in the future. Because you won't be able to get water out of the pipes until, well, I don't think you can get water turned back on. I don't know if there's a water processing plant or not. No one has discussed it yet. So there might be one, since there's a power plant you can turn back on. So anyway, it's good to make a little water source in the various houses using sinks and things to fill them up. And that's pretty much the same as Zomboid. You gotta do the same thing as Zomboid, except for you don't have to fill up anything. So we'll fill this one up too. Fill sink. And this is just tutorial land, so we don't gotta worry too heavily about doing any of our actual survival stuff. It's also 8 p.m., so it's pretty much time to sleep. Let me just turn off my phone. Here's a full bathroom. And you can't take a shower. Well, I've not taken a shower, but I've taken a bath though. You can fill the bathtub up. Get some water in the tub. There you go. And ta-da, you got another water source. Also, if you clean yourself in this water, it'll make the water dirty. So if you start cleaning yourself in the water a bunch of times, it gets dirtier and dirtier, and eventually it'll just make you dirty again, like it's muddy water. So that's a cool touch. And yeah, it will kill your character if you drink it too many times. You can drink dirty water a few times and live. So let's just wash. And I'm fairly clean right now, so we don't have to worry about the water getting dirty. Since it's nighttime and I want to shoot the train in the daylight, we'll go ahead and sleep till morning. I'm looking for a light switch. It's so dark I can't see anything. Okay. This is why you don't want to lose your cell phone. Okay, turn my cell phone back on. And here's just an office. There's a Night of the Living Dead CD. You can throw either of these CDs into like your television and you can watch an actual Night of the Living Dead. The full movie is in the game. And there's a trailer for the game, I think. But you can also add in custom movies. So you can watch any movie you wanted in the game, essentially, if you set it up. Okay, so let's go to sleep here. Go ahead and sleep. I want to sleep for 10 hours. And daytime. There's some pretty cool, like, negative character traits you can take. You don't get anything for selecting them right now, but one of them that's a fun one that I like to choose is, sleepwalking. And it's where you go to sleep in one bed and you can wake up in a different bed some other place. It's pretty funny. Okay, let's go see the train. I'll go walk over the whole train before we start looking for the switch. And the sandbox here is kind of like your little miniature tutorial mode. It's like everything basic in the game in one place, which is pretty cool. Like, you got all the cars over there. Got the RV and school bus. And this is the early edition of the train in the game. Oh, maybe that... Oh, it was right... It's right there. Aw. I spent 40 minutes looking for a button on the train. It's right there. Ah, that hurts. So you got a full train here. So I'm really curious if we could make like little train like bases in the future. Because you can already set items on top of vehicles and I'm sure on top of this too. And you can pretty much just live like in your vehicle and train essentially. Is the volume okay with everything, guys? Can you hear the game okay? I think my voice volume's alright, but I don't know if the game is too quiet or not. The game's kind of quiet in general. So I wrote down here to not only show you what the train looks like, I guess they did a really good job on it. It looks very detailed. One of the best looking trains I've seen in a game, outside of a train simulator. This is a small power station junction, I want to say? A substation junction? And effectively, the main power plant will feed into the substation here, and it will go into the nearby community and housing stuff for power. And a lot of times you'll spawn in and this will be turned off by default. It's a random chance, I think. Yeah, it is a substation. There you go. Everything sounds good. Train life for the win. Everything sounds fine. Alright, good. Thank you guys. Thank you. I've messed around with the settings a bunch. I've done lots of little recordings and I've listened back to it. So I'm hoping it's in a good place. So yeah, you walk into the substation here. This really reminds me of Jurassic Park, to be honest. And yeah, you got this very cool looking room. Right now, all this stuff doesn't really do anything. It's just decoration. But in the future, this is all supposed to do different stuff with the power system that you have to maintain to keep it up, which is gonna be cool. Here's a workbench that you can't really see much from. But there's various things. This is pizza. You can slice watermelon. Make a broken bottle. You can make a hand grenade. Oh, that's funny. You can't see it, but it's a zombie hand, a cut, like a cut arm off a zombie, and it has a hand grenade attached to it, so you can make a hand grenade. That's funny. You can also make a code lock for your base, which is cool. There's some other odds and ends. That's a workbench in here. Oh, big frame drop there, big frame drop. That may have been my computer doing something. But anyway, you come into the substation and you look for this lever. And this lever here, this big red lever, controls the power to your community nearby. And if we ran back to the barns and the house, all the power would be off. So you have to find one of these substations, turn on the power. And there you go, you're back in business. Okay, I really want to try this train. I've been hyping up the train for a while now. We gotta try out the train. Streaming do be adding more lag. I don't know if I can really do anything about the lag and stuff right now. I am sharing my internet connection with the family, and it's kind of on a tight bandwidth budget, so hopefully it's not too laggy. Is it too pixelated or anything? Is there any audio distortion? I have it set to 7,000 for the bitrate, and every game's a little different. Okay, so this is the choo-choo. Let's try a slow speed. Oh, there we go. Can I climb up? Climb up. By the way, this is the modern freight engine, by the way. This is how they look. There we go. Check that out, the train's moving. Look, it's already in the game. It's so cool. Let's try medium speed. Medium speed seems kind of fast. It's very difficult to get up this. Oh. Okay. He died from being hit by a train. True. Okay, start again. I got glitched into the train. No. So does the train stop if it's outside my render? Oh, what is this? Kind of weird looking stump that's been hiding under the train. So maybe if we wait here long enough, the train will come by. It was set to medium speed. Let's see here. Oh, I don't have my phone anymore. I spawned with nothing. That means I can cut my feet because my feet are exposed. Nice. Train base, let's go! I just tuned into that. Nice timing. Nice timing. Splat. Oh no, no train. You got a runway train on the loose. Good luck. It's true, I do. Okay, well let's maybe it's a big track all the way around. Let's go to bar one of the vehicles here and drive around so we find the train. Now the cars, they sound just like a PlayStation 2 car or something. Like I think of Driver from like PlayStation 2. I hear the engines. Oh, I immediately crashed. Good job. My character has 0 driving skill, so she's not very good. Driving is a skill you have to acquire over a certain amount of time. This is terrible. And I only have 7% fuel, so we better find it quick. Oh no, chat! I looked away, chat! I looked away! I looked at the chat and oh, regrets. Regrets were made. Guess we see the car flick mechanics now, because I've never used that before. Oh, there it is. Okay, okay, good. No problem. No problem. They dadded me. They dadded me. And yes, there is fuel. Oh, what? Did I run out of fuel? Already? I mean, whatever. There's no sound from... The lights are on, but there's no sound from the engine. Okay. Nice. Nice. Oh, I think I see the train coming. I see a light there. Good timing, train. Good timing. We just ran out of fuel. I hope that answers your question. Look at it. There it comes. Ominously. Slowly. In the fog. Okay, can I hop on? I can! Alright. We're in business. Oh my goodness. I'm flying. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, okay, okay. Here we go, here we go. Oh, okay. There are some issues with climbing up when moving. I'll wait till we straighten out here. How are you gonna get on? Getting on's not the hard part. Staying on's the hard part. Oh, okay. I don't think I'm gonna make it very far here. Because I have to do this animation and it stops me. Yeah, every time I do like a climb animation, it doesn't sync with the train at all. Unfortunate, unfortunate. We may have to reload the save and try again. Look at the hair though, it goes with the movement speed of the train. Like, that's so cool. The actual movement speed. My stuff! My stuff! No, my stuff! We just went past it. Yeah, you can actually like already like play around the train in the game. It's so cool. This is what I'm hyped for. This was like the big like this game's gonna be different factor. Okay, yeah. There it goes. Into the fog. Okay, let's reload the save. Is this the... This must be it. Oh, it stayed right with the train came by. Can you believe it? Oh. Alright, load. Okay, I can't do anything with the autosave. Okay, so it's just main menu. Go back to sandbox. We should add a bit of billowing to the hair effect. Oh, that'd be pretty good where it gets all crazy. Crazy hair. Able to spank out a random character all. Random. Body. Can't randomize the body, so we'll just boom, chonk. Got some wild hair. I want some wild hair. What do we got? That's wild enough, I'd say. We'll see what that does on the train. Okay, we're back in the farm. Back in the farmhouse, and it's probably evening time again. So I gotta be quick. I do want to show you guys the power stuff, so maybe nighttime approaching is a good thing. Climb up here. Oh, before we go up there. You can already climb into the train like you're supposed to, in a way. You climb in the back right here, and you can walk along the side. So yeah, like that already works. Yeah, this doesn't exist as a rail though. But yeah, this already works. So you'd have to go here, then hop in the door. So that's already pretty good for what it is. Can I access this? Oh, good, we can. Excellent. We want max speed. It's already fast. Yes. I like that. We're not sliding off the train or anything. Do you have access to a map? I do. I spawned with a very low battery, so I can't really stare at the map too long. I can only zoom so far out. This is just the sandbox testing area. The actual map is way bigger. So yeah, it's following the train tracks all the way around, which is cool. So it's like playing with your own little train set. And there is already train tracks on the actual map. Doesn't seem like the hair really gets affected much by the wind with this hairstyle. Here's a bridge. This is just so cool, and it's actually in a zombie game. I can't think of another survival zombie game that has a working train in it. Like literally, there's not. There's that pixel like train survival game that you just stay on a train and it's like an arcade and zombies attack you, but that's different. And this one's actually you get a full train, and there's going to be boats, there's going to be planes and helicopters. They already have like a basic helicopter in the game that flies around, and I've seen jets flying around. Yeah, this is screams, you guys ever played like The Walking Dead? The Telltale Walking Dead, where it's story animation like in season 1? Yeah, well, season 1 that we got to live in the train. Well, we got to do a few episodes with the train. And yeah, this just really feels like I'm with Clementine and Lee and Doc and Katja and can't think of his name right now. Oh, Kenny, with Kenny, yeah. As they traveled on the train down to Louisville. Oh no! Oh, well, so much for that. Well, fun part's gone. So yeah, it looks like jumping from car to car is a little buggy. You can get bumped off of it pretty easily. Saints and Sinners, or is that a VR one? Not sure about that one. I don't think I played that. I remember we talked about The Walking Dead like a year ago now. True, true. It's one of my favorite games that ever came out. Okay, let's try that one more time. Main menu. I do plan to make a little video about the train, so getting some recorded footage is pretty good. Because no one else has talked about the train yet. Random name. Boom, 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 boom. Before we get back on the train, though, let me show you the power here. I don't know if it will work perfectly well. Oh, let's see. Lights are on. There we go. So the fuse box in the house is on. And can't see it too well here. Oh yeah, that sound, or the sound, that light distance is not far at all. Hold on. Go video, I gotta go all the way down to global illumination. No, that's not that. Further down, further down. Volumetric clouds, distant field. Ocean blur. Lighting distance, there it is. Let's put that on to 3x distance. There we go. Okay, now I can see the lights on a bit better. Frames, no difference in frames, okay. So here's a junction box. This is the smaller little subset of the power that goes... Okay, so in real life, power goes from... Oh, there's jets right there. I don't know if you can see them at all. Oh, that's not jets, it's birds. Looks like jets. You won't be able to see it in the stream, I'm sure, and the bitrate's too low. Basically, in real life, power comes from the power plant to the power substation, and substation sends power through the power lines down to the junction box, and junction box goes into the fuse box of the building. Just like that. And this game has replicated that. So, if you look at the lights in that building, the barn right there, if you can see it, you got the lights on in the garage, I think, in that building there, and the one in the house. And this turns all those off. That is so cool. No other game has gone through the effort of that, and I've wanted that kind of feature in the game forever. just straight forever. So yeah, I want to show you the power. I guess we can run by all the vehicles real quick. Here's all your basic vehicles in the game. I think they'll add more, but you can do lots of fun stuff with them already. Okay, a little Subaru, got a truck, got some SUVs, and your crappy car. Maybe it's like a CRX. You can go in the barn if you want to learn the the mechanics of, well, being a mechanic. And come in here, you can work on the car and learn all the various different little parts in the car. It's just like Zomboid, it's just a longer list. And you can't see anything, but it's like the body of the car has the durability, there's battery, radio, engine filter, gas tank, engine, spark plug, exhaust, pistons. And you gotta fix up the car.
To the following broadcast.
Also, there's television. That's very loud.
Department of Defense has issued a critical alert regarding an infectious pathogen detected within the United States of America. This local warning is intended for Franklin.
That's very loud. Okay, so You could take a television and you can hook it up to cameras, and you can have a little like live camera feed going around. And you can watch all the camera feeds on your TV screens that you set up. I plan to do that in our actual save. That's something that's really cool. It does seem to be a stream train. Yeah, or steam train. It's a streaming steam train. Probably. I heard magic detected in the United States. Yes, magic. It's off now. There's wizards casting spells, truly the apocalypse. Magic is real. It was real all along. Here's the various car parts. I didn't know about the difference of tires though. This is cool. So maybe different tires offer different function with the road and the seasons, because got your all-weather tire, got your sports tire, got your winter tire that looks more like a that looks way more like a drag tire, I'd say, but with tread. It's wide like a drag tire. And you got off-road tires. So that's cool. All of the engine parts are absolutely atrocious. None of these are like correct at all. Engine exhaust assembly, that's like just a cap. That's nothing to do with exhaust. The engine intake manifold is a piston. The engine piston assembly is the master cylinder, which makes no sense. Spark plug is camshaft, I guess, a miniature camshaft. And the engine timing belt is a flippin' valve cover for your engine. So that makes no sense. But I'm pretty sure it's just placeholder stuff. There's the fuse box. Shadow Money Wizard Gang, we love casting spells. Casting spells of fun times. This spot's kind of cool. You can make a little base out of like these little grain silos. And you can live up here if you wanted to. It's pretty cool. This reminds me of, again, The Walking Dead, but the TV show. Or Fear the Walking Dead, actually. Because Morgan lived in a little, like, water tower in Fear the Walking Dead for a few episodes. So you can kind of live like Morgan if you wanted to. Here's a box truck, one of the best vehicles in the game for storage. You can take items and attach them anywhere on the outside of the vehicle. You can put stuff on top if you want. They got like, you put stuff up here to store. They can go in the back. Enter. And you can put storage cabinets in here to hold items, or a bed. You can sleep in the back. Really cool vehicle in the game. And I think eventually you'll be able to make your own like little platform on this variant. And make a little house on it. Can't do anything else that I know of right now, huh? Seems like a pretty safe spot. It looked pretty safe. Okay, and this is your run-of-the-mill late 80s box truck. And it comes with shelves in it, so I don't need to install anything. I guess you can't really interact with the shelves over here. But this one works. That'll be a good little start vehicle, perhaps. You can siphon fuel out or pour fuel into the gas tank. That was hard to say for some reason. And there's also the school bus. I think at some point you'll be able to remove the seats in the bus, or maybe you can, and I just don't know the method yet, but you can drive around in a school bus if you wanted to. They could just rip out all the seats in here and make this into like a little house. That'd be pretty cool. When I was in school, the back seats were reserved for the high schoolers only. So I had, in like grade school, I had to sit like right here. This is like my favorite spot. So I'd sit here every morning going to school or read my little book or sleep. Then in high school, I sat all the way back here. That's what it looked like for me going to school every day or going home. So many fond memories. I read Halo, a lot of the Halo books in middle school. Kind of curious, are there any seats that we can change? Nope, there's no seats. Okay, so yeah, I can't remove the seats yet. Maybe you could place stuff in there since you can walk around though. Okay, here's the RV. Maybe we could tow broken cars in the future. Yeah, some vehicles do have tow hooks in the back. Maybe there is some kind of tow feature. I don't know if it's in the game or not. So here's the RV. Go to the side and enter. And you got your little stove you can make stuff with. You can cook things. I don't think the storage works yet. Yeah, the storage doesn't work. Oh, we can't sit in the little seat though. Oh. Oh, I zoomed out. Okay. Got a little bed. You can sleep in the bed if you want in the RV. Got your cupboard here for storage. Can't open the blinds, I don't think. Got a little cupboard here for storage. Yeah, the RV's pretty good. A little home away from home. Bigger than the current RV I'm staying in. Not by much though. I'd say not by much. Looking around here. Alright, anyway, back to the train. We need the content recorded. The Halo books, yes. I read a lot of Halo. I love reading Halo and Michael Crichton, you know, the guy that made Jurassic Park. I loved his books. That's how it was for me too, but I think it was more of an unwritten rule than anything else. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I'd say just when you got on the bus, like all the young kids be in the front and the older kids be in the back. Maybe it's for safety stuff too, I'm not sure. Okay, let's hop up here first. There we go. And do max speed again. Oh, I'm a chef. Got my cleaver and iron pan with me. Okay, so I just want to record this a little bit. And hopefully we'll make a video of it here. I don't know how soon. With Arc Raiders coming up, I don't know what my recording schedule is going to be like. But hopefully soon. I want to show people that, like, you can actually, like, use the train already. And it exists